Yes, like a version this morning. Very excited to have in the studio a good friend of Triple J. Please welcome Jim Finn and his group Vydamo. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Tom and Alex. Thank you for having me back.
That's okay. In the studio as well, Roxy. Hanging
Hello.
Out. Hi, Roxy. How did you hook up with Mr. Finn here?
Oh, we actually met.
She works at a cafe
Yeah.
at the beach nearest to my family home. And me and my friends would just sort of go in, and every now and then we'd buy a coffee and have a chat, and found out that she was an amazing violinist and piano and keyboard player and had a really good voice. She was tidying up. in the
Yeah,
cafe
one day I was just
afternoon.
jumping on the tables, just singing and mopping the floor. And
I said to
yeah.
my friends, I was like, wow, she's got a really good voice. And she told me she can play the piano. Maybe I'll get her into my band. And that's how it happened.
Well, here it is for you now on Triple J Live. This is Vydamo performing like a version of the original track, Hurricane. When you're ready, Jim
Thanks
and
a lot.
Roxy.
Here it comes.
Skies go black in the afternoon. Shelter's what they run to find. But you and me embrace erasing leaves down the drain. If you could have everything you want, would you want it all of the time? If you could have everything you want, would you want it all of the time? Would you want it all of the time? Ooh, when you're dancing round in a hurricane. Ooh, when you're dancing round in a hurricane. You trust me, you're moving through the canopy. Don't look at the ground below. And I know just how you feel, so maybe we can stay up here a while. If you could have everything you want, would you want it all of the time? If you could have everything you want, would you want it all of the time? Ooh, when you're dancing round in a hurricane. Ooh, when you're dancing round in a hurricane. Stepping outside to open your mind. The things that you find and things that you wanted. When you're dancing round in a hurricane. When you're dancing round in a hurricane. When you're dancing round in a hurricane. Stepping outside to open your mind. The things that you find and things that you wanted. When you're dancing round in a hurricane.